Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How are you doing? This is Lia Abney, consulting author and speaker of Keep It Moving Monday Morning Motivations with yours truly, Lia Abney. I am here with you guys, coming to you early in the morning, every Monday morning at 6:15 to give you a little bit of motivation based on what God placed on my heart or whatever's on my mind. I'm going to share it with you. So, on this morning, I thank you guys, y'all know, for joining me. If you are watching this a little bit later, just go ahead and hit replay. If you have any questions for me, please go ahead and ask, engage me, you guys. Go ahead, engage me so we can have a conversation. Again, I want to thank you guys for joining me. So, y'all know what I do. I usually give you a recap of my weekend. So, this weekend has been just a weekend of rest, you guys, because I was emotionally spent. Sometimes we get there. Emotionally, I was spent. Um, dealing with health issues and things like that. I am a veteran. So, trying to come face to face. Let me just say this. There are a lot of times as a Christian, when you are dealing with some things, it's like you're afraid to say what it is you're dealing with because it's like you're agreeing with it. But for me, if I can put my mouth to something and be able to call it what it is, whether it be cancer, whether it be, my finances, whatever it is, if I can put my mouth to it, so then I can cast it on to God, cast my cares to Him instead of holding that thing on the inside of me. To me, I can handle it better. I don't know about you guys, but I can handle it a lot better when I can put my mouth to it. I know what I'm praying for and still running around the bush. I can go to God on my knees, or I can just have a really candid, honest conversation with him. Say, hey, God, you know what? My feet hurt. And I'm asking for healing in Jesus' name. God, this headache, you know what? But a lot of times what happens is I think when we're praying for things, it's like we're trying to beat around the bush for what? And then trying to come up with the right words to say what your problem is and have a conversation with folks. Instead, we want to send out smoke signals. Like they truly understand what you're saying. You like, you know what I mean? No, I don't know what you mean. So that's just my soapbox for the weekend. Other than that, it's been very rainy. Things are good, you guys. I've been able to really think. Um, I know a lot of you are probably going through prayer and fasting. You guys, I bombed seriously. Well, not really bombed. Well, okay. So I ended up having to take some additional medication, and so that required me to eat. And you're like, well, Leah, why don't you just choose something else? Because at that point, my mind wrap around doing it. So yeah, you guys, I am at it again. And sometimes it be like that. You fell once, you get back up and you do it again. It's okay. If you didn't hit the mark, okay, I'm not going to say fail. If you did not hit the mark on something, you guys, get back up and try again. What's the worst that could happen? You miss the mark again and you got to try again. Well, you keep on doing it until you get it right. And then find somebody hold you accountable, you guys. Find somebody hold you accountable. But I hope that you guys had a great weekend. Sending up lots of prayers for those who have very real challenges this week. Or in your lives as you're coming into 2021. I speak prayers and blessings and healing over your body in the mighty name of Jesus. But you guys, y'all just keep it moving. There you go. So what? You rise up and pray, and that's what we're gonna do. My voice ain't 100%, but here I am. Here I am. But you guys, you know what? Just stay tuned with me. I thank you guys for joining me. Stay tuned because you know what? I'm going to be back with today's motivation topic.
Black G, Black G.
Hey, guys, we are back. Again, those of you who are just joining me, this is Lia Abney, consulting author and speaker of Lia Abney LLC. If you want to learn more about who I am and what I do, go on over and visit my website at www.liaabneyllc.biz. And thank you, those who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. Please share, invite friends. Go on back over there, you guys, because I have a lot of material that you can go back and watch from last year. You guys, you can go back and watch. And yes, subscribe up there. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just go ahead and search in the search feature for Lia Abney LLC and subscribe and watch my shows. You guys, I've been trying to get up to 100 subscribers. So you guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much. But yes, I thank you guys for joining me on today. Again, you can go over to my website. I have a lot of wonderful things that are going on there. I'm going to be doing a blog within the week. I'm going to be trying to do that. And you guys, one of the things I think is so important as we go into our topic is writing things down, you guys, right? Writing things down, like seriously. And so I have 3 different types of journals that are available. So we have Woman Pursuing Destiny. This is a prayer and reflection journal. So if you're in a season of prayer and fasting, this is a great journal to have, you guys. So go on over there and get that one. And then also I have this one for content. This one is just really just to help you put your thoughts and your ideas down. I actually really like what God had given me as a vision for this particular one, because you have an opportunity to write down like upcoming events, what's on your mind. You know, you got that going on over here. So you guys go pick this one up as well. Okay, pick this one up as well. I might even do a bundle with all 3 and add that to my website. And then also I have this one, which is a really simple one, which is Building People, Building Kingdoms, the journal. You can actually get this one. And this is a great companion, okay? So if you get the book, Building People, Building Kingdoms, the business plan, and then add the book to it, because this one right here helps prompts you to get a mentor, you guys, and then just be able to write your ideas down in it, okay? So it has your mentor contacts on the inside. It also has plenty of space for you to write your ideas down. And then on the inside page, we also have what? Your ideas we can just scribble, okay? And a little note for me. So these are like 3 of the journals that God had given me a vision for to and then also this book right here. And then I have other materials as well that I created, which is my 3 C's of actions. I have that as well. And you can get all of those on my website, you guys. Also, look, it's a great opportunity as you are trying to decide what it is you want to do. If you are purposefully wanting to accomplish some things in your life, you guys, go to my website, sign up for a free 30-minute consultation with me, and we can have a conversation. It's just a conversation. It's not going to cost you anything. For 30 minutes, we'll set up a Zoom meeting or a Skype meeting, depending on what you prefer. um, I'm not doing a lot of face to face. If you're in the city that I live in and you want to have a sit down talk, we can do that. We can go have lunch or breakfast or what have you. You know, I typically do those on a Saturday, and I will, do some on a Sunday or even later in the evening. Um, and we can do that, you guys. We can really do that. I'm trying to get through this session because my body is not feeling 100%. So you guys pray for me. So yeah, you guys. So go on over there and visit my website so that you can have the privilege of having some of these. I did not create them for myself. I created for people like you who are looking to accomplish their goals, get things moving in their lives. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be business related. It could be personal. Is it something you want to do as far as trying to reestablish relationships, getting your courage up to do things better, finding a job, moving up in your business, moving up in the organization, whatever it is that you're wanting to launch out and do, you guys, launch out and do. So, as a matter of fact, um, courage enough to launch. This is one that I did with Dr. Cheryl Wood, and it's actually 49 other authors that are in this book right here. You guys, you want to get your hands on this. This is called Courageous Enough to Launch, okay? Where I get to share one of my stories. I'm a co-author in this book along with others. So all of these are on my website. So let's get into our topic for today because you're like, okay, Leah, we got it. We can go to your website. We'll go then. Okay, so let's get into our topic. So I thought this was very fitting as I was sitting on this weekend, and like I said, I like doing a little bit of reflecting. I like creating things, guys. I mean, I love creating content. I love creating startups. It's just something I like to do. But one of the things I'm like, well, God, when is my season gonna come when I'm out of the creating season and I'm going into the next of building? Okay. And what I mean by building, this is where now I'm being able to go out and connect with people, because right now what I'm doing is I'm in a creating season. Knowing what season you're in is so essential to building a legacy, you guys. And it's so important that you know that. But one of the things that I do when I'm working with clients is I like to understand where your mindset is. Where are you in your thinking so we can address some of the things that will hinder you from moving forward? That is so critical, you guys, because a lot of times I was reading something on today, just to share real quickly. I was reading something on today where um, actually over the weekend, I was reading where a lot of times we are a detriment and hindrance to our own success. And it's a lot of times because it's what we're thinking, what we're feeling, what we're saying to ourselves that stops us from moving forward. It's not because of our circumstances. A lot of times it's not even your circumstances that's hindering you. It's what you're thinking in your mind. It's what you have decided and made up that you're not going to do because it's gotten too hard for you. Why? Why? When God specifically has said, I have promises for you. I've I've created you to have some great success. God said that. He's like, I have a promise for you. I've given you things. He said, I've given you things. But the thing is that require us to do some things. I'm reading a book right now. I'm going to share it on tomorrow. And I'm gonna add it to my book list. Okay, you guys, I am reading a book on next Monday. I will share that book with you, what I'm reading right now, because every now and then, even for myself, I need some motivation. So on our topic, let's get to our topic. Our topic is pursuing destiny, and I probably have talked about this again, but we're going to talk about it again in 2021, because this is time for you to make up your mind. I'm not going to quit. That I am going to hashtag keep it moving. This is the season where if you're in the season of creating, whether you're in the season of development, and what I mean by, because some of you say, well, it's a season of creating and developing, same thing. You know what? I'm going to say it's not. This is my definition. So the season of creating for me is me setting the foundation for what it is I'm going to be doing in the future. Okay. So if I am looking to start a podcast, I am starting to create content now so I can get comfortable with being online. So that means I may be start going live. I may start trying to, figure out audiences I can get in front of, doing different interviews, so I can get comfortable talking in front of other people, whether it is in person or whether it's virtually, whether it's teaching a course. Whatever it is, I am preparing myself so that I can start my own podcast. I am coming up with ideas, writing them down in a journal. Okay, here you go. Writing them down in a journal, coming up with ideas of how I'm going to create that podcast. If I decide that I want to write a book, I'm getting my ideas down, I'm getting that foundation down. I'm deciding on what tools I want to use. Who am I going to connect with? I am looking at all that. How much is it going to cost me? Because you got to count the cost. And creating, it costs you something. It costs you your time. It costs you your money. We're going to talk about that in Pursuing Destiny. Okay, we're going to talk about that in Pursuing Destiny. One thing I want to make it clear is stop explaining what you are destined to do to those that don't get it. Stop explaining what you are destined to do to those that don't get it. Because there are going to be so many people that don't get what it is you're trying to do. So get over it. Get over it and get it in your mind that there are some people in your life. There are some people that have been probably rooting for you to fail rather than succeed. And they're the ones that love you. Period. They're the ones that say, you know what, I'll rock with you, I ride with you, and I live with you, and I die with you. But and they could be the same people that will turn around and tell you, girl, what you talking about? That's stupid. Or, man, what you talking about? Where you gonna get the money from that? You ain't get no money from me. Yes, they will. But this is where you have to keep it moving. So stop explaining what you are destined to do to those that don't get it. Connect yourself with the right people that will like, hey, look, okay, let's really look at this. Find yourself a mentor. You guys look, find yourself a mentor. You guys gonna get tired of me in this one, but find yourself a mentor. Okay, so that's one of the things I just want to just say. Hey, look, sit down for a moment, find somebody that's going to root in your corner, that's going to walk you through. I have one of those that walk with me, and I walk with her. She walks with me. We share ideas, and we're like, okay, how can we make this thing happen? Just this weekend, updating her website. You know, um, Walking with her and doing some things. We're accountability partners to each other. So every quarter we're getting with each other, and we're like, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? She's somebody that I can always talk to her about what things I want to be doing next. And she's like, you know what? You my favorite author. And I know what you need me to do. That's how we talk to her. And guess what? I'm like, okay, what are you doing next? What do you got going on? She's like, well, I'm doing this. I said, okay, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. I look at her social media once. I say, hey, look, you need more visibility. This is how you do it. Find somebody that you can encourage along the way, and that can encourage you. Okay, so that's one of the things that I want to tell you, say to you is, you know what? One of the things that I had to do is over this in January is I had to go back to my why, and this is something I do often. I look at, and I go back and I look at my why, and then guess what? If my why still sticks, that this is why I'm pursuing this particular thing, then I need to keep it moving. If it is no longer my why and I'm like, okay, I don't get it, then let it go. It's okay to let it go. But this is the thing, letting it go means if you let something go and you find yourself going back to it, then you probably need to hold on to that thing for just a little bit longer and consider it. Give it some consideration. But I do encourage you to sit down with somebody that can help you think it through. A lot of times we think something is not obtainable. Yeah, y'all hear my voice is getting ready to go. It's getting ready to go, but we're going to keep it moving. So go back and look at your why. If your why still sticks, then keep it, hashtag keep it moving. Y'all keep it moving. No matter what is coming against you, no matter what, connect with those, do your research, do your work, guys, do your work. Look, we got at the tip of our fingertips, we got the internet, which has a wealth of information. And you're like, well, Leah, I want to start a beauty business. How do I do that? Google how to start a beauty business. There are so many resources. Connect with your local chamber, one that helps you get information to start things. Okay, there are a lot of chambers out there that have specific focuses. You want to check out your small business leagues. Check them out. to help you get where you're going. There are other organizations that will help you along the way that have services and programs to help you grow something you want to grow. Is it something on the personal side? Let's say it's your home, your finances. Find a financial coach. Invest in that. Yes, you're going to have to invest in that. If not, find somebody that you trust that can hold you accountable for your finances. Check into your churches. You guys, churches have wealth of information and sessions on things that are going on. Check out your local libraries. You guys, there are so many resources out in your community. Tap into it. Stop being afraid. Stop being shameful. The only shameful thing you have to be against is because you didn't go and check it out and you didn't go try. So if you're still in the situation that you're in, because you're afraid to go try or knock on somebody's door and ask for help. Help is just a knock away. It's just an ask away. Can you please help me? There are even groups if you are that one that's always on social media, there are social media groups that you can join that will have what you need. For instance, I need a bathroom in my home needs to be like renovated, not gutted, but I need some cosmetic stuff done to it. I don't have I'm short, you guys. There are some areas in my bathroom I cannot reach. So yes, I'm going to be doing a group and I'm like, hey, I'm in search of somebody who can help me with my bathroom. It's the kids' bathroom, not my master bathroom. It's the kids' bathroom. Y'all know how it goes with the kids' bathroom. It's that time. We're 10 years into this home and it needs a good cosmetic makeup job. And so I'm going to be reaching out to them. But what does it require me? It requires me to do the time to search for somebody. It's going to require me to identify what it is I want done with the bathroom. And then I have to just look at and start searching how much is it going to cost me? And then decide what my budget is going to be, and then be able to commit to that person and say, hey, this is what I have going on. What's your cost? And then he gives it to me, and then I negotiate with him. Say, hey, look, this is what I have. What can you do? Can I get this, and done? And then in a month or two, I'll come back to you to get the rest done. That's an option. Or do I have, okay, no, just come take care of this. Yes. Take care of it. So go back and look at your why. If your why still sticks, then hashtag keep it moving. Again, what I just talked about again, design a plan on how you want to get there. You have to sit down and write things down, you guys. Because clearly in Habakkuk 2, chapter 2, verses 2 through 4 says this, write the vision and make it plain on tablets that he who reads it may run. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but it speaks of the end and does not lie, you guys. A vision don't lie. When God gives you something he puts on the inside of you, that thing does not lie. And if it delays, just wait for it. There are other things. Look, this end part was this, if it delays, wait for it. For me, let me tell you what that interprets to me and what that says. That means, you know what, Leah? You're building a business, okay? Let's say I want to launch a beauty store. I'm just going to go with that. I want to launch for a beauty store. And I'm like, well, God, you know what? It's going to cost this much. What do I do? In the meantime, I don't have the money. Okay, well, you know what, Leah? You may have to go and get a part-time job. Or you may have to put some monies in the savings. Check out where you can get a vendor that can give you a 30 or 60-day net purchasing option. For those of you who don't know what 30, 60-day or 90-day net purchasing option is, that basically is when you can go to a vendor and they'll give you the option to purchase items up to a certain amount. It could be 1,000, 2,000, okay? You can purchase up to that amount, and then you have up to 30 days to pay that, start making those payments or pay it off. Or you get 60 days, or you get 90 days. There are vendors that will do that for you. That's a little business tip for you. I shared that on another live, so that's for you guys as well. So Habakkuk 2 and 2 and 4 says, write the vision and make it plain on tablets that who needs to make it that he who reads it may run, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but it speaks of the end and does not lie. If it delays, wait for it. You guys wait for your plan to manifest. Don't be so quick to give up. Give up just because you don't see things happening. Stick with it. A garden doesn't grow overnight. It takes a lot of cultivating. It takes a lot of work. You got to water it. You got to maintain it. You got to take care of it. It's the same thing with your vision. You take care of that vision. It needs to be cultivated. It needs to be cultivated. It needs to be cared for. Oh my God. Your vision needs to be cared for. It is a living entity. And it requires you to do some things that sometimes may be out of your comfort zone, but you can do it. I know you can. Okay? So again, taking a look at the scripture that I'm providing you for today, Habakkuk 2, 2 and 4 says, write the vision and make it plain on tablets. Okay, let's put it, write your vision, make a plan, okay? Grab a journal, grab your computer, grab your phone. That's your tablet. So that you who reads it can run with it. You can accomplish it. Know that that vision is at an appointed time. It's not going to happen overnight. But it speaks to the desires of your heart. Oh, God. It speaks to the desires of your heart, and it will come to an expected end. It will not lie to you. As long as you work it, it will not lie. And if it doesn't come when you want it, you keep it moving. You keep it moving. Okay? So that's another version of it. That's my version. Okay. So let's move to my next tip. Is it's going to require you to invest your time and your money. Yes, there I said it. Your money is going to require some type of money. Anything that you build that is going to be lasting requires money, and it requires you to put your own money into it. Okay, if you don't know that, start putting a little bit aside. This is one of the things that I start realizing about my 9-to-5 job. It is an avenue and a pathway for me to create other things that I desire. So as I am working my 9-to-5, I'm like, God, how much of this can I put aside to write this book? How much can I put aside to create Lia Abney LLC? How much can I put aside to donate to Victory Leadership Group? You guys, look, I am investing into my own vision. Woo! Invest into your own vision, guys. If that doesn't get you, look, and you're like, well, Leah, what happened if I don't have? If it's $1.50, go get yourself a jar, put that $1.50 in it. Y'all know where to go. Dump the change in there. Go open up a bank account and put that money in there. That's how you make it happen. It's not going to happen overnight. I didn't have a big wad of money. I turn around, and if I got a pay raise, I would take a percentage of the pay raise. I would put it aside towards for business. And then as I go, I say, okay, I need to have this many clients in order to make this amount of profit, because this much has to go to paying off the expenses, and this is how much I can purchase new products. You make it happen. You make it happen. You may have to turn around and find if there are family friends that buy into your vision. It's going to require your time. You may be working, you may be up early in the morning or late at night. You may not be feeling well. Do it anyways. Today, I am not feeling well, but I'm doing this anyways. And that's one of the things I'm learning is like, Leah, even when you don't feel well enough to do it anyways, because somebody needs what you have on the inside of you. So anything you want bad enough has a cost, you guys. Anything you want bad enough has a cost to it, whether it's your time or your money. There. We get so mad. Church always asking for money. Well, why aren't you asking money for your vision? Why? Because they have a vision and they need support to make that vision happen. Hello. They have a vision. The vision that they have requires money to make it happen. Period. So one of the ways that God gave them a plan to make that happen is through tithes and offerings and wherever else God speaks to them. It requires something. But I also know as I sow into somebody else's vision, it's going to open the door for my what God's put on inside of me to grow and prosper. Okay, and I know this is probably a hard time. Why is she talking about? Well, because we are designed to create wealth, you guys, and it's through the things that God has put on the inside of us. Whether it's another stream of income, whether it's being at the top level of a corporation or organization. If you're a DOD civilian or whether you're working at McDonald's and God has blessed you, and He's like, look, you're not supposed to just be at the, you know, at the register taking orders. Perhaps I am purposing you for destiny that you're supposed to pursue to turn around and be the manager of McDonald's. And then maybe you'll be a franchise owner. Or maybe you'll work in some other area within the McDonald's organization. There is more to us than what we think. And a lot of times we don't pursue things because we're not wanting them bad enough. But anything you want bad enough has a cost, whether it's going to be your time or your money. Okay? The other thing is develop your skills. Wherever it is, if you are good at speaking, develop your speaking skills. Whether it's going out and speaking, whether it's joining Toastmasters, getting a speaking coach, whatever it is that you need to do. If it is graphic design, okay, if it's graphic designs, get yourself a mentor, get yourself, maybe take a course here and there. There are so many areas where you can take some courses. As a matter of fact, next Monday, I am going to be putting in my link, and if I get around to it today, I'm going to add it into these descriptions where you can actually take some free courses to get. And I meant to do that last night. Didn't get around to doing it, but I'm going to add a link where you can actually take some free courses and be able to develop your skills, guys. Okay. So we're going to add that. And I'm probably going to add it to my website too. We'll see. Okay. But develop your skills. Develop your skills. Learn new tools you can use. Right now, I'm using StreamYard, so I'm really trying to learn how to use this StreamYard. I'm going a little bit over my time, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, no, I still got about 10, 15 minutes. I'm good. I'm doing good. So again, the fourth thing is develop your skills. So let's take a look at pursuing destiny. Okay. So for those of you who are joining me, the topic for today is pursuing destiny. And just a quick recap, stop explaining to other people what you are destined to do to those who don't get it. Okay. Period. Don't waste your time. Okay. Surround yourself with people who are going to cheer you on in your corner. Find that accountability partner. Okay. Go back and look at your why. If your why still sticks, then keep it moving. Period. Keep it moving. The next tip is this. Design a plan on how you want to get there. If you don't know where you get going, neither does anybody else. It's like driving blind. Okay. You know how it was back in those days, it's like driving without a map, trying to get somewhere you've never been before. Hey, that was good. Yes, yes. Okay. So invest your time and your money. Yes, there I said it. There we go. Invest your time and money, you guys, because that's what it requires. If you want to create and get somewhere, okay, it's going to require your time and your money. You're going to have to invest something. And then you got to make it happen. Okay. If you get stuck, Find a coach, make a consultation with me and see what happens. What's the worst it could happen? Nothing. It's 30 minutes. Go to my website at www.liaabneyllc.biz and we can do a free consultation. Okay, don't DM me. Schedule an appointment. Okay, so you know that anything that you want bad enough has a cost, you guys. Okay, develop your skills. There are ways to develop your skills, whether it's through mentoring, learning from somebody that's done it before, or you can turn around and you can take a lot of free courses. Udemy is one area, Udemy is UDEMY is another area where they have very low cost courses where you can get a certification. That is one of the tools that they have. And I'm going to actually put all of those opportunities for you to learn different things. I'm going to add them to my description on next Monday. Okay. So I'm going to find those sites. There's 3 that I'm thinking of right now, and then I'm going to add them in there. Okay. Another thing is, I want just before we end, you can't keep operating off the same knowledge you have from 5 to 10 years ago. You have to gain new skill sets, you guys. You have to develop and learn new ways of doing things. So stay up to breast on your particular area of interest or industry to learn what's going on. You need to know what's shaking and moving. If it's the beauty industry, learn more about that. If you're working in the medical industry, learn more about that. Are you in that helping industry when it comes to you know, uh the hospitals or in the hotels? Hospitality, that's what I'm thinking. If you're in the hospitality industry, learn more about that. If you're in entertainment and beverage, learn what's going on and moving and shaking. Learn those things. Because guess what? My area of interest is leadership and policy. Those are the 2 areas I have, and I have to stay abreast of what's going on. That means I'm reading journals. I'm doing a little bit of research. I'm talking to people. Okay, I'm connected to different. I watch different YouTubes. I'm tracking different things that are going on, and I'm listening about what's going on when it comes to the business industry, as well as the political arena. I'm paying attention. How are policies moving? How does that impact small businesses or individuals as a community, especially with the Black community? Those are the things that I have an interest. So I'm always going out there, finding out, gaining that new knowledge. I'm having conversations with individuals. That becomes important because that's how I build my own knowledge base. We all have a certain amount of knowledge that helps us pursue our destiny. Without that, you cannot move to the next level. And if you're like, well, Leah, I got too much going on, feed yourself with something that's going to get you where you want to go. If the only thing that is feeding you are the negative thoughts that are in your head, yes, that is going to create a blockage. It's going to create a barrier from you pursuing destiny. You guys, I'm rooting for you. We have got to get this thing moving. If you are desiring, it's more than just a faith walk. It is a purpose walk. It is a destiny walk. It is like, I want this so bad that I will do whatever is required for me to do to make it happen. What that means is that you got to stop waiting on other people to help you make it happen. You got to make it happen yourself. Get beyond the fear of in your mind that's like stopping you from moving forward. You got this. And I can tell you the greatest thing I've ever done was start writing things down. And then I'm able to go back and I read it. And I'm like, oh, what God can I really do? Well, what is it going to take for me to do it? Even right now, there's a vision that I have for 2 different projects I want to work on this year, in addition to what I'm already doing. And guess what? I turned around and I said, well, you know what? I need something that I can write it down on and I can see it in front of me. I'm like, God, do I get poster board? What I want to do? So I took $25 that I probably would have wasted on something else. And I got myself some post-it the post-it charts. And yes, that I can rip and I can stick around on the wall. And I'm going to write that on that thing. And I'm going to write that idea down. And I'm going to figure out how to make it happen so that I can have it in front of me and I can work on it. And then I'm talking to those that I trust. I say, I'm thinking about doing this, this, is this. They have particular skill sets. Can you do this for me? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, we're going to make this thing happen. You guys, you can make it happen. An idea is only idea when it's just stuck on paper. But the moment you start walking in and you work that thing out and you make it happen, you start putting some actions behind it, that's when it becomes a vision. That's pursuing something. When you put action behind your idea, that is pursuing destiny. So I want to encourage you guys to keep it moving. This is Lia Abney, author, speaker, your consultant for Lia Abney LLC. I want to thank you guys for joining me on today. I hope that you were able to get something from what I was able to share on today in pursuing your destiny. And I'm rooting for you guys. You guys have a blessed and wonderful week, and you know what to do. Hashtag keep it moving.